Hi, my name is Rob Worsley. I work at Keko Moku, just downstairs from where we are in the licorice office. I'm going to make a drink for you. Excuse my Spanish pronunciation if I get it wrong. The Giraldia Fresco. And the reason why I'm calling it this is obviously Havana Club. There's a lot of history in Havana, and one of the things that's brought into Havana Club on the bottle is the lady here. And the story goes that she was waiting for her husband to come back from sea, and he never returned, unfortunately. So this was something that I created that she could have been sipping while she was waiting for him to come back. And also as well, when Havana create their rums, when they blend the aguardiente with the fine distilled spirits that they use, this is known as a rum fresco. I've been lucky enough to go to the distillery over there and to Havana, and I'd love to get back there. So hopefully this will get me there. The first thing I'm going to use, I'm just going to use some chocolate bitters. Just going to use 4 dots of that, and then I'm just going to add 25 ml of lemon juice in here. And then from there I'm just going to add a nice 50ml measure of the Havana 3 year. We're going to go for 15ml of Chartreuse VEP. It's the yellow chartreuse, so it's sitting at 42%. It's had a bit of barrel aging, so that should just soften up some of those notes in there and should work really nicely with the Havana 3. A lot of the flavours that I get in there really complement the flavours that I get off the Havana 3. This here is my homemade Falernum, very simply just with lime peel, cloves, almond essence, a little bit of sugar and water. If I say so myself, it's lovely. But you can use Falernum as well, the standard Taylor's Velvet. And here I've just got a rosemary syrup, which is just a 2-to-1 rosemary syrup. And what that's going to do is just add in one more final herb and spice in there, which is going to help complement all the flavours in the chartreuse and in the Velvet Falernum and help lift them to the surface. For me at the minute, I'm really liking playing with herbs and spices, and it's getting just another level in that drink and getting an extra level of flavours in there. And the last thing I'm going to add in here, I'm just going to add around about 15ml of egg white, just to soften that up slightly. So, give it a nice shake. That should be nice and fluffy, good. And then I'm just going to strain this into a nice little pipette I've got here. Perfect. And then over the top of that, I'm just going to put a little bit of lemon zest just to liven that up again. Perfect, and that is Giraldia Fresco.
Thanks very much, Rob. Your Spanish pronunciation isn't half as bad as you think it is. So just a few questions for you, bro, so we can try and get under the skin of who you are as a bartender and what your aspirations are. Do you have a career plan? Do you have like a place that you see yourself going after life behind the stick?
I mean, for me, like any other bartender, I'd love to have my own place. That'd be a great thing to have, but failing that, I'd love to go in the training side of things because I love learning about drinks and I love sharing what I know about drinks with people as well.
Right, that's fantastic. So, if you could have your own place, what would be your perfect bar experience that you'd like to create for people?
I mean, for me, it's just making people feel welcome and just giving them the best possible service and the best possible drink they could have. I mean, I have joked around with an idea which is basically having what I call vertically challenged people in backpacks on your back, and they'd be facing the back bar, you'd be facing the customers, and basically you wouldn't have to turn around at all, you'd always be facing the customer, which would be looking after them, and they'd be passing the spirits
over to you. And the dwarf that is on your back would pass you the requisite spirits for you to use in your cocktail.
Yeah, it's just
at least they're getting gainful employment.
Indeed, yes.
That's quite incredible.
It's just taking the inspiration from Life's Too Short, which I've been watching recently.
Right. Okay. So that's amazing. That's quite incredible. Do me a favour. Sum up your attitude to bartending in 3 words.
Learn, create, and drink.
Learn, create, and drink. Profound.
Profound indeed.
What's your pet hate behind the bar? Firstly, give me 2 if you can. For the first one, you walk into a bar, you don't know the bartenders, you don't know the bar. What's the worst thing that you could see behind the bar?
Just one of my pet hates is people on phones. Like if someone's on a phone, I mean, it's all right to maybe just check it underneath the bar, but having it up like that and just texting someone basically makes it look like you really don't care.
Right,
you know
okay.
I mean? And it's just going to make you think that he's not really bothered about what he's doing.
Like he doesn't really want to be there. Okay, and then what's your idea of what's the worst thing that could happen if you're working alongside someone?
Just if they're really messy and they just leave stuff everywhere, like everything has its place, and it'll slow you down, which will then slow down people getting served quicker.
You'd hate to work next door to me, I can promise you. Right, so what's your favourite bar you've ever been to in the world?
In the world?
Just anywhere.
I mean, as I said, I mentioned I have been to Havana before. The Bodeguita is a cool little bar. Just in terms of, it reminds me a little bit of Keko. It's small and intimate, and the guys behind the bar were wicked. Don't know. The best place I've been into the UK recently is I really enjoyed Nightjar. The drinks in there are incredible, and the service was really good as well.
Fantastic. Right, thank you very much, Rob Worsley from Keko Moku.